What's a food you just can't stand no matter what? My mom used to make the most disgusting meatloaf. It was so bad that my brother and I would do anything to avoid eating it. One night, we came up with a plan. We waited until my mom left the room, then quickly wrapped our meatloaf in napkins and hid it in our pockets. We thought we were so clever. After dinner, we went outside and threw the meatloaf over the fence into our neighbor's yard. We did this every time my mom made meatloaf, and we thought we were getting away with it. But one day, our neighbor came over and asked my mom if she had been throwing food into his yard. My mom was confused and said no. Then our neighbor said, "Well, someone has been throwing meatloaf into my yard, and it's attracting rats." My mom was shocked and said, "Meatloaf? I make meatloaf." My brother and I were sitting there trying not to laugh. Our neighbor said, "Well, it's not just any meatloaf. It's the worst meatloaf I've ever seen." My mom was offended and said, "My meatloaf is not that bad." Our neighbor said, "Trust me, it's bad." My brother and I couldn't hold it in any longer and burst out laughing. My mom turned to us and said, "You two have been throwing my meatloaf over the fence?" We admitted to it, and my mom was furious. But then our neighbor said, "Actually, I have a solution. Why don't you just give me your meatloaf and I'll throw it away for you?" We all laughed, and from then on, my mom never made meatloaf again.